Hare Krishna. Today we will study the Hare Krishna challenge exposing a misdirected civilization, chapter number 5, plain living, high thinking. Before that, I will suggest everyone to go through from first chapter to fourth chapter. I will add the link in description box from first to fourth chapter. So today we'll study fifth chapter, that is plain living, high thinking. So the following conversation between Srila Prabhupada and some of his disciples took place in New Vrindavan, Virginia in June of 1976. Srila Prabhupada, the Western civilization is a nasty civilization, artificially increasing the necessities of life. For example, take the electric light. The electric light requires a generator, and to run the generator, you need petroleum. As soon as the petroleum supply is stopped, everything will stop. But to get petroleum, you have to painstakingly search it out and bore deep into the earth, sometimes in the middle of the ocean. This is Urga Karma, horrible work. The same purpose can be served by growing some castor seeds, pressing out the oil, and putting the oil into a pot with a wick. We admit that you have improved the lighting system with electricity, but to improve from castor oil lamp to the electric lamp, you have to work very hard. You have to go to the middle of the ocean and drill and then draw out the petroleum, and in this way the real goal of your life is missed. You are in a precarious position, constantly dying and taking birth in various species of life. How to get free of this cycle of birth and death? This is your real problem, and this problem is meant to be solved in the human life. You have advanced intelligence for self realization, but instead of using your advanced intelligence for self realization, you are utilizing it to improve from the castor oil lamp to the electric lamp. That's all. Disciple, who would say that your suggestion is impractical? Besides electricity does many other things besides produce light. Most of our modern comfort depend more or less on electricity. Srila Prabhupada, in this life you may be living very comfortably, but in the next life you might become a dog. Disciple, people don't believe that. Srila Prabhupada, whether they believe it or not, it is a fact. For example, a body does not know that he is going to grow into a young man, but his mother and father know. If the boy says, "No, I'm not going to become a young man," this is childish. The father and mother know that the boy will grow into a young man and that they should educate him so he can be properly situated. This is a guardian's duty. Similarly, when we talk of transmigration of the soul, a rascal may say, "I don't believe in it," but it is still a fact. A madman, may say transmigration is not a fact, but the real fact is that he will have to accept another body according to the quality of his endeavor in this life. Kar- कारणं गुणसंगो स्या सद असद योनि जन्मासु. Disciple, what if someone says this life is growing the castor seeds is very difficult and farming in general is very difficult? It is easier to go to the factory for 8 hours, come home with my money and enjoy. Srila Prabhupada, you may enjoy, but by enjoying, you forget your real goal in life. Is that intelligent? You have been given the human body to improve your next life. Suppose you become a dog in your next life. Is that success? You must know the science of Krishna consciousness. Then instead of becoming a dog, you will become like God. Disciple, once at John Lennon's estate in London, you said that the tractor is the cause of so much of the troubles today. It took all the work from the young men and forced them to go to the city for work, and they become entangled in sense gratification. I have noticed that life in the country is simpler, more peaceful. It's easier to think of a spiritual life. Srila Prabhupada, yes, the country is less disturbing, less taxing on the brain. Just work a little for your food, and the rest of the time engage yourself in Krishna consciousness. This is ideal life. Srila Prabhupada holds up a flower. See the minute fibers in the flower. Can anyone manufacture this in a factory? Such small fibers. And how brilliant the color is. If you study only one flower, you become God conscious. There is a machine that you call nature, and from this machine, everything is coming. But who has built this machine? Disciple. In London, you said people don't know that the flower are painted by Krishna with thought. Srila Prabhupada. But who has built this machine? Disciple. In London, you said people don't know that the flower are painted by Krishna with thought. Srila Prabhupada, yes. Do you think that without an artist the flowers can come out so beautiful? This is foolish. What is nature? It is Krishna's machine. Everything is being done by the machine of Krishna. So improve your mode of living at New Vrindavan. Live in an open place, produce your own food grains, produce your own milk, save time, chant Hare Krishna, plain living, high thinking, ideal life. But if you increase the artificial necessities of your life, your so called comfort, and forget your real work of Krishna consciousness, that is suicidal. We want to stop this suicidal policy. Of course, we don't insist that people stop the modern advancement of technology. We just present the simple formula given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chant Hare Krishna. Even in your even in your technological factory, you can chant. What is the difficulty? You can go on pushing the button on your machine and simultaneously chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Disciple. And if people take up the chanting gradually, they will give up the technology. Srila Prabhupada, of course, disciple. So you are sowing the seeds of their destruction. Srila Prabhupada, no, not destruction, rather construction, the repetition of birth and death, the constant change of bodies. This is destruction. But by our method, you live forever. त्याक्तव्य देहम पुनर्जन्म नैति. Bhagavad Gita 4.9. You don't get another material body, but without Krishna consciousness, tatha dehantara praptihi. Bhagavad Gita 2.13. You have to accept another body, which means suffering. So which is better, to accept material bodies one after another, or to accept no more material bodies? If we finish our suffering with this body, that is intelligent. But if we create another body for further suffering, that is unintelligent. But unless you understand Krishna, you have to accept another body. There is no alternative. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lord Krishna himself in the role of his own devotee. He appeared in the latter 15th century to spread love of God through the chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, chapter number 5 completed. So, please forgive me if I read or study anything wrong from my end. So, yeah, Hare Krishna.